So the Bulls take a timeout. Michael Jordan going one-on-one against Hersey Hawkins. A moment ago, Michael Jordan went right at Hersey Hawkins, who will have his hands full throughout the afternoon. We talked with Hersey about his matchup with Michael Jordan.
Keep jump shots. We're going to try to keep him out of the lane, push him left every time, and, you know, just hope for help. I think Chicago plays their best when Michael is in the lane, when he's dunking, when he's getting other people involved. So if we can make him shoot a lot of jump shots, make the game boring to him, then, you know, maybe he's not as interested in going through the lane and all that.
Well, to this point, the boredom has not set in for Michael Jordan.
To me, the most impressive thing is the attitude that the Chicago Bulls came out on the floor with. Everyone very solemn in their approach to this. You can see the game plan, what they wanted to do. Everyone is doing their part so far. They jump out to the big early lead.
And the Sixers, who shot so well in the sweep of Milwaukee, only 2 for 11 from the field. Off the press, Cartwright picks it off. Jordan for Pippen. The Bulls have ripped off a 19-6 lead.
And as they do in almost every game, the Bulls, after a free throw, will give you some type of pressure, some type of press. How you react is the key thing. As Barkley makes sure that one's going down.
Just under 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. A blazing start by the Chicago Bulls. They now lead it 19-8. Grant played by Gilliam. There's Pippen for Cartwright. Bill Cartwright on fire. He's hit 4 out of 5. The Bulls 21 and the 76ers 8.
We've gotten a chance to see Chicago down the stretch a couple of times, and to me, Bill Cartwright is playing the best ball of this season down the stretch.
The poor Philadelphia shooting continues. Meanwhile, the Bulls continue the onslaught. Make it 23-8, Chicago. Barkley getting inside, and it's now 23-10.
Philly going back to probably its most used play during the regular season, the isolation for Charles Barkley on the left side of the floor. We'll see that a number of times this afternoon.
Pippen with a good fake, and the bucket. Scottie Pippen has hit 4 out of 5. He has 8, and the Bulls have a 25-10 lead. Sixers now 4 for 14 from the field. Illegal defense called on Chicago.
A moment ago, we saw the best play for Philadelphia, which is the isolation of Charles Barkley. They simply spread the rest of the players out on the floor, and they want to see who's going to come and double-team Charles when he puts it on the floor. Paxson starts to come, but Charles spins away and goes baseline to make the score.
Manute Bol and Ron Anderson have come off the bench. Early substitutions for Jim Lynam. Again, the isolation played very well by Grant.
The difference that time is the isolation was Charles down low on the low right block. Last time, left sideline, they approached the isolations differently during the course of the game, just like Chicago does with Michael Jordan.
Manute Bol played well against the Bucks. Changed game 2 with 5 blocks to turn it in the 76ers' favor. Hawkins had nowhere to go. Anderson stopped. That was deflected by Pippen.
Keep in mind, Hersey Hawkins is going up against the guy that has been named the best defensive player in the NBA a couple seasons ago. It is not easy to get a shot off against Michael Jordan. When he is zeroed in, he's one of the best at the guard spot.
Pippen again. Scottie Pippen has hit 5 out of 6. The Bulls have come out and connected on 13 of 17. And the Sixers want to talk it over. Timeout taken.
Miller Genuine Draft presents #1 Draft Choices.
And today's Miller #1 draft pick, Bill Cartwright of the Bulls, before being drafted 3rd overall back in 1979 by the New York Knicks, led the University of San Francisco Dons to 3 conference titles. Knicks traded him to the Bulls for Charles Oakley, and despite missing almost 2 full years due to injuries, he has scored over 11,000 NBA points and off to the superb start here this afternoon. Look at the Bulls shooting 13 for 17, while the Sixers 4 out of 15 coming off the sensational shooting series in the sweep of Milwaukee, led by Mahorn and Andre Turner and Ricky Green. They swept the Bucks in total domination by surprising Milwaukee.
Talk about concentration. Left hand down for the low pass, right hand up to challenge the shot, or the overhead pass. Hurst tries to shake him with a little fake back to his left shoulder. Jordan's right there waiting, challenge. I'm not going to shoot this one. Give it to somebody else. Maybe the best defensive guard in the NBA, Michael Jordan.
Percy Hawkins had a good game against Jordan here 3 weeks ago in that overtime victory. Michael did return the favor with 41 points. Off the double team, Barkley was fouled, and he'll go to the line. A reminder, at the end of today's broadcast, we'll be selecting the Miller Genuine Draft Player of the game. Bill Cartwright called for that foul, his first, and Charles Barkley to the line for the first time.
The factor for the 76ers will be the number of times they get to the free throw line against this Chicago Bull team, noted throughout the season for playing excellent team defense but not fouling a lot. They were the #1 team in the NBA. Fewest players disqualified during the season, the Chicago Bulls. So you must take it at them. You must go strong to the basket to earn your free throw attempts.
3.5 to go in this first quarter. The Bulls 27, 76ers 12. Light pressure by the Sixers.
Jimmy Lynam trying to change the tempo of this game. Obviously not happy with the way it started out. Maybe giving a little different look to Chicago.
And that different look represented by Manute Bol up front now with Ron Anderson and Charles Barkley. The shot clock is down to 3. Jordan for 3. Cartwright on the rebound. Bill Cartwright has hit 5 out of 6 for 10 points. It is Chicago 29 and Philadelphia 12. Has hurt the Bulls these last couple of years. Hawkins with the spin. Crowd wanted to travel. Here's Barkley. Charles Barkley getting inside for the box out. 29-14 Bulls. Barkley jumping out, not able to maintain possession. Jordan goes to the fadeaway. 7 points for Jordan. Bulls 31 and the 76ers 14.
Well, he's knocked a couple out over the smaller guards. That time he said, let me see if I can get one up over the top of Manute. He certainly did.
Michael Jordan took over the game in New York last Tuesday. That's a steal by Jordan. Won't count. It is a 2-shot foul indicated by Bennett Salvatore.
2 shots because Bennett Salvatore felt that Michael Jordan had a clear path to the basket. Ricky Green fouled him from behind. He was not between Jordan and the front of the rim. Therefore, instead of taking it out on the side, he gets to shoot the 2 free throws.
Ricky Green, after committing the foul, will sit down. Andre Turner will check in. Andre Turner has played well this season against Chicago. There is Andre in his 5th year out of Memphis State, a player who's made the rounds. 3 games with Boston back in '86-'87. He had short stays with Houston, Milwaukee, Charlotte, Miami, the LA Clippers, parts of 3 seasons in the CBA. He was originally a 3rd-round pick of the Lakers back in 1986. B.J. Armstrong checks in for the first time, replacing John Paxson. Michael Jordan took over the game against the Knicks last Tuesday in the wrapper, broke it open in the 3rd quarter, and finished with 33 points on 14 of 28 from the field, along with 7 assists and 6 steals. And he has opened strong with 9 points in this first quarter. Bulls with an 18-point lead. 1:45 to go in the quarter. And the poor shooting by the Sixers continues. It will be Philadelphia ball.